Stavros should be on his way over. We are going to we're going to put my battery from the engine bay to the boot, because I need to make some space for boost pipes in the future, or hopefully not too distant future. Is that Greek now? It was not Greek. So yeah, we're going to put the battery, remove the battery from the engine bay to the boot, where, oh, fucking hell, my brain properly fine.
Whoop, there it goes. Yep, my brain stopped.
Move the battery from the engine bay to the boot to make space for boost pipes so I can run a front mount, because the Subaru is top mounted as factory. There is next to no room on the passenger side for boost pipes. I'll just grab the camera and show you guys. So that's where the battery is, and as you can see, chassis rail, battery, there's no room this side, and you go to do all your intake like I've got, there's loads of room. Take this out, there's loads of room down here, but on this side there is none. So there's already an amp power cable, so I'm just here running to the boot through the main wiring loom. It runs all along the passenger side and the rear piers. I've already taken the seats out because I was doing something else. That there is the power cable into here. Now that there, which looks a bit tatty admittedly, is a sub box that I had built the weekend, and in the middle of it there is space for a battery. So I'm going to get the rest of the interior stuff torn out. I've done it once before. It's a bit of a prick. I get it torn. I'm waving this around. Get it torn out. Hopefully Greek turns up. Cables will work. So I need to do a 45-minute round trip to get the freaking cable, because I forgot that. I got a fuse in the fuse holder, but no cable. I need cable. So I'm going to get this stripped out and get the cable, old cable pulled out, ready to make space for the new one. These trims pulled out. Bear with me, this torch setup's not ideal. Have to pull this out of the way. Get these bad boys up, and then can access the power cable, which I've tried to run in the factory location because it's the safest way to do it. These are actually fuel lines where it runs right next to, but it is fused. And then they run up and under all this, which I've got to take out next. I've also got to take the parcel shelf trim off. That's for a different reason though. That's because that rattles, which is why that's removed, and this is partially removed. Look at this. Look at this. Can I help you, dog? What are you doing? Puppies, am I right? Yeah, so I'll pull passenger seat out next. That'll just give me the ability to roll the carpet over. Perfect. One seaty boy. Literally my least favourite bit. Doing anything on the inside of a car is removing the freaking seats. The start says it's on its way. 3 minutes, guys. 3 minutes. This video's going to 3 minutes. Ah, my hat! I will expose my balls, but it's safe. It's safe. I'm fucking get so fat. Yeah, man, a lot. We got show you guys what I mean. This guys, see look, decides to turn up, brings food for himself, but not fucking me. So rude. So rude, again the privilege of working on my car and doesn't even bring me food. This white thing here, not all cars have this, I don't know why. That sure sounded like it broke. I know, this is a clip I broke last time. Well, yeah, as you can see, blue cable runs under there. So I got to pull all that out, the engine bay as well. Just runs up the side. You can just see it. Really fun fit that was. I'm super excited. I'm now taking. You see it? Rust Fucking rust. Right, that is this side of the car. Finished. Just, it's done. It's done. It's done until I need to start running cables, which I don't have. It's a pretty realistic speed. The oil in the intake, guys. One top mount boy.
Cute little toy.
Cute little turkey.
Ah, my head! What you need is a 3.5-inch hole saw bit. Just drill a hole here.
That is the interior strip, which we will show you in a second. So Ross pulled all the intercooler out of the way, which obviously depends on your car, depends on what you have to remove in the engine bay. On this Subaru and many, starter motors a really ideal location, hopefully, to run the power feed to, and then all the stuff that's connected to this. So that's my amp cable. So these two I've got to make reach around here to this terminal here, which is the positive on the starter motor, and then the cable runs from the battery to there. But we're going to go over to work and get the cable. That's all the interior stripped. Oh, it's pretty dark in there, sorry about that. Just to fix a rattle. Fucking 8 rattles. Oh, look at that, stabs on it. He's on it. To work! And guys, I've been over to work. It's running down thing, runs under the metal frame. It's just running up and coiled up in the back at the moment, so I have to figure out a route for it. But I just want to film this little bit. In the engine bay, we removed this. This is difficult to see because that light's so bright. That's positive to the starter motor. That's earth to the to the battery. Sorry, that's battery to the starter motor. And then there's an earth next to the starter motor, which goes to the negative lead on the battery, and that's a little earth that goes behind the fuse box. Pulled that out of here. This is the other positive cable, goes into the fuse box. Got to figure that one out. Ultimately, now I need the freaking torch. This is positive lead. I've got it running through the main loom into the car. That will be trimmed up or whatever, or looped around and connected on there with a big eyelet, and then protected again. And then this is the earth point. I've got to run this to the chassis somewhere. Not sure where I'm going to do that either. It used to come up in these pipes. I don't think it'll fit anymore because the blue cable, which is thinner, was tight. And then this has got to run up to the middle, and then this blue cable will still come out of here and just go around and up to the battery, because that is the amplifier power. It's about 11:30, 23 minutes past. I got most of the interior put back together. We got the sub box in, which houses the battery. Stavros is going to grab a small video clip of that with a torch. Just it. It fits in there. I'll cut to that now. It fits all in there pretty darn snug. All the cables are on. Just connecting everything up now and putting a big old fuse in and that, which we will film. But at 11:30, I'm going to call it a night right here. I shall see you in day 2. Morning guys, it's the next day. But this is the fuse holder. This will go right next to the battery, and it's to protect the whole rest of the car in case the cable chafes through somewhere and arcs out on the shell. This will blow. It's quite a big, meaty one. I've never used one this big before. Giddy. But I'm going to try and get this mounted and installed once I figure out how and what way.
Here you go, Squire. I brought all of them.
Oh no, my hands have, I got 5. Man's got fire. Fire. All strapped in. Our terminals, that strap isn't staying, it's not going to be permanent, but for now it will do. Earth cables run and bolted down to the original seatbelt point that I've removed. and then that blue wire is the amplifiers in the boot. Even I was like,
oh my goodness. I'm gonna try again.
what are you doing?
I help, friend. Friend, I help.
You're such a dildo.
Hey buddy, let's be friends and high five and stuff.
Right, everything is now connected. All the power feeds to the starter motor, so it comes from the battery through the car to the starter motor. Just grab the camera and show you. That's that big thick red cable just there. That thinner red cable runs up and into here, and originally on the positive terminal there's two wires. One is this, which goes off the starter motor. The other one is this. Now I went to all the trouble of cutting this out of the fuse box. It basically goes to, I believe, one of these terminals on this big old fuse, one of those. I went to all the trouble of cutting all this apart, pulling that wire out and putting my own one in. It's probably a little bit thick. Again, I'd rather go overkill than not enough. Then taping all this back up. There's an earth that goes in here. This shit is all my own stuff to run stuff. I went to that trouble just to make it look neat, and then I haven't done it, but I'm going to just follow along the wires and make sure that they're not anywhere, for example, where this touches that pipe. I'm going to put a piece of either silicone piping that I cut and wrap around this, or some black conduit, just to stop it from chafing. But I didn't want to film me putting all the intercooler back on and connecting up all my own stuff, because, you know, it's not really relevant to this video. But that is pretty much how to put a battery in a boot. It's as simple as that. Mine was a little bit more complicated because of how I wanted to mount the battery and then how I wanted to connect it all up to the engine bay. That is pretty much the neatest way to do it. Mount your battery in the boot, run a cable through to the starter motor, and then anything else that connects to the battery, connect it to the starter motor, as long as it's in a safe and easily accessed place. Or there is other ways of doing it using a beamer battery terminal thing in the engine bay, but that works for a Subaru Impreza. Probably all of them, to be honest. Forester, any generation Impreza, they're all pretty much the same, apart from the way they look. So I'm going to end the video off here because I've done what I needed to do and I've shown you guys what I need to show you. The last few bits are just me buttoning things up. It does start, I have tested it, but because it's got no intercooler on, it's just pissed off and won't run. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, subscribe to the channel.
Damn. Yeah.